Hello and welcome to another episode of All Sports Takes. We are going to be doing our Thursday night football predictions for week 3 of the NFL season between the Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. John, we had an amazing week last week in our overall weekly predictions. You went 15-1 in your predictions, and I went 14-2. Um, and we had every non-differential game correct. How does that feel, John?
Man, it felt great last week just seeing Patriots win and then all the teams I picked to win. Shout out Bo Nix for losing me 16-0 perfect record. But you know what? I'll take 15-1 any week. So I'm really happy with that performance.
Yeah, man, I can't believe the Vikings played so bad. And I can't believe the Steelers lost. I mean, I really wanted them to lose, but I didn't expect them to fall off that hard.
Yeah, I just want to put this out here. JJ McCarthy is not a franchise quarterback. Been saying it all summer, still saying it. Andrew doesn't believe it. He's not it. I bet the team is better off with Nick Foles or whoever. I think the backup's
Russell
Nick
Wentz.
Foles. It doesn't matter. Carson Wentz is still better. I think Carson Wentz actually played pretty good. Really good.
His last game, he scored 0 points in 4 quarters
Hey, we all have bad days, bro.
for the Chiefs.
We all have bad days, bro.
I just want to go ahead and point out that was one of the most entertaining weeks of football that we've had in a long time. Started off with a great Thursday night football game. Packers might be the real deal. And Lions, way to bounce back for the Lions, making fun of Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson looks like he hates his life. For all the Bears fans out there, I'm in Michigan. There's a lot of Bears fans around me. I've heard all this smack from all these Bears fans. Oh, we're making the playoffs. I made bets with two Bears fans that they will not make the playoffs. Easiest money in my entire life. I mean, the Bears are just poverty. You know what I mean, John?
I have to agree there. They looked good for about 2 quarters, I'd say, the first game of the season. They looked real good. Since that, it's it's not looking good for them. Lions put belt to ass on Sunday. It's putting up 52 points like it's high school football. But yeah, it was a great week of football, no doubt.
And then I might have to point out the obvious, probably the biggest headline of this weekend. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow. Fucking
Turf toe.
grade 3 turf toe out for 3 months. I've heard a lot of things about the Bengals. And as a Bengals fan, and as a person who's consumed probably 4 hours, 3 hours of Bengals media in the past 3 days, I think I have some things to say. One, PFF ranks the Bengals offensive line as a 72. But I don't know how they do the ranking system, but they had a 72 rating, pretty high, higher than any Bengals O line had been in a while when Jake Browning has been on the field. When Joe Burrow has been on the field yesterday, 49. The way that Joe Burrow runs his offense promotes a bad offensive line. I'm not blaming Joe Burrow. I'm not blaming the offensive line. I'm not blaming Zach Taylor because they're all at fault at the end of the day. I mean, Joe Burrow loves to run five wide, but you know what's a problem when you run five wide, John? You,
Blitz.
you don't have a running back in the back, bro. And he loves to run shotgun. He runs shotgun 95% of the time. But do you know what the problem with shotgun is? Is that you're leaving yourself to getting these bad hits that will cause you injury. And so I'm just sick and tired of seeing people compare Joe Burrow to Andrew Luck, who has no necessarily knowledge of the NFL and completely blaming it on this franchise. This is the best offensive line that the Bengals have had in a long time. We actually have a pretty solid offensive line this year, and it's probably in the top half of the NFL. It's a lot better than the Lions' offensive line. I don't see anybody talking about that. Zach Taylor and does not know how to say no to Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow loves to sit back in the pocket. He loves to move around, and we've learned that that's what gets quarterbacks injured. So it's part of what makes Joe Burrow special. But at a certain point, I want to see him run some play action throws, and that's what's going to not get you injured when you always have the defense on their toes, questioning whether you're going to run it or not. But at the end of the day, when you're playing the Bengals, you're not questioning whether you're going to run it at all or not at all. You know they're going to pass the ball. Chase Brown is an amazing running back, and yet we do not utilize him enough. That is Zach Taylor's fault, but it's also Joe Burrow's fault. And I mean, it's rough. Now we're 2-0. Looking ahead, we have the Vikings. I'm not gonna spoil my prediction for that game, but we have the Packers, the Lions. It's gonna be some tough games, but Jake Browning has proven in the past when Joe Burrow went out last time, he went 5-3 in his 8 games that he started. He is the best backup QB in the NFL. There was a lot of speculation about us trading for Jameis Winston, trading for Kirk Cousins, trading for Malik Willis. At the end of the day, none of those guys know the team and fit well enough in the team like Jake Browning does. Because as simple as it is, Jake Browning knows that his wide receivers are good and he takes advantage of that. He throws it up to T. Higgins and Jamar Chase a lot. He threw 3 picks, but at the end of the day, he threw for 225 yards and 3 touchdowns and basically 2 quarters of football where he had a scheme. And I think that his mistakes are only going to be limited when you get rid of him. But as a Bengals fan, it's a sad day. It's a sad day. Any thoughts on
All
the
right,
John?
long gap session from Andrew there, but
Got it. I had to come
it,
out.
it is sad to see Joe Burrow get injured. I mean, I'm just going to point out the Bengals are likely to be 2-0 at this point after the Jags and the Browns game. They really should
Jags are a
go
good team.
into.
Jags are a good team though. Jags like will I honestly think that they might make the playoffs this year. Like
Yeah,
they
they have a
look
good team,
really
but
good.
I mean, they still should have lost the game. But I mean,
Yeah.
best of luck to the Bengals. Um, Jake Brown, yeah, he's done it before. He's a solid quarterback. I will say I do think Mac Jones is the better backup quarterback, but we're not going to get into the backup quarterback
Bro, just start
debate today.
hating him at this point. Why do you like Mac Jones, bro? He sucks
Bro,
ass.
did you see his performance? Did you see his performance? He
He
played better than
plays
Jake
for the
Browning.
49ers, dude.
The Bengals have a better offense, way better offense than the 49ers. George Kittle was out, first of all, so their tight end's
Yeah.
gone.
I guess Mac Jones, I mean, but I feel like they have a really good offensive line and like any QB can actually look good in that team and we've seen that before. Like we both know Brock Purdy isn't a good QB.
He's a game manager. I wouldn't say the bad quarterback. He's just a game manager.
He's an all right quarterback, but he's not top 15. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, okay. That's a debate for another day, but
I mean, all I'm saying is if you throw Drake May into the 49ers lineup, Drake May is going to look hell of a lot better than Brock Purdy.
I, he already looks better than Brock Purdy, in my opinion. So,
So you agree?
all right, let's get to the predictions here. Um,
Let's talk
Pretty
about a team
simple
who
week.
has a healthy QB, the Buffalo Bills, John. They're going in to Thursday night football, feeling 2-0, feeling amazing, loving life, having a healthy QB. And the Dolphins fans are probably not Dolphins fans any longer. They probably hate their team. I got the Bills winning this one 28-24. I know, surprising that it's not a blowout. Everybody has the Bills in this one. You'd be crazy to go for the Dolphins, right? But I have a close game here because this Dolphins team kind of did fight back a little bit last week against this Pats team. I thought that was a good game, and I think that the Pats are a little bit underrated. But this Dolphins team looked pretty good. I mean, their offense rekindled a little bit. Achan had a lot of yards. Tua played pretty well. They got their ball to the wide receivers in a sort of a bounce back game, but they're just not as good as the Bills. Bills always will find a way to win. I actually like the Dolphins going ahead early here. I like them keeping a little like 17-10 lead at half, and then the Bills coming back and or 17-7 and winning this game. I do like the Bills here though, John.
Yeah, I do like the Bills here too. I will say the Dolphins looked a lot better than it did week one against the Patriots. Their offense definitely played a lot better. Defense was a little iffy still, but overall they looked a lot better. I don't know about a close game, especially since the Bills performed so well last week against the Jets. I think it was like 30-6 maybe.
Jets play their
And
class though.
I mean, Andrew had the Jets going 8-9 this season. So I mean, that shows something if you're looking at Andrew's perspective because the Jets are a great football team this year. Anyway, moving on. I'm gonna take the Bills here, like 30-20. I'm gonna go 30-20. I don't think it will be a blowout, but
I
Bills are
still think that
definitely
the
gonna.
Jets can go 8-9, by the way. I'm just saying. Like, if
Hey,
you were
that's
to tell
that's
me before the
that's to,
season if I were to make my Jets prediction, I would obviously have them losing to the Steelers and Bills week one.
you picked them to beat the Steelers, bro.
And it was a really close game. It was a
That's
really
bro.
close game. They're gonna
All
beat
right,
the
but
Dolphins. I
all
think they'll probably beat the Cowboys. I think they definitely beat the Panthers. They might even beat my Bengals for all I know, bro. Fuck the Bengals.
right. Topic for another day, but I don't think the Jets are pretty good. I think the Bills are looking good. James Cook is having a breakout year. I mean, we knew he was a good running back, but he's putting up some crazy numbers. He's good in the receiving game, good in the rushing game, scoring touchdowns. And Josh Allen's just making it happen. So I don't see the Bills even losing this game. Easy 130-20 for the Bills.
Yeah. Um, John, people got to start respecting your predictions a little more. Respecting our predictions. I went 24-7. You went 22-9, man.
I don't see anyone else doing that in the first 2 weeks, bro.
Amen. I mean, granted, last week was pretty easy to predict, but
Yeah. This week will be a
uh,
little harder, but still feeling pretty good.
yeah, I think we've been doing a great job, and I think we're creating a competitive competition for us. One-way trip to paradise, and I don't know, Bills, Dolphins, kind of one of our underwhelming Thursday night football games, but we will be looking forward to give you our weekly predictions as always. Um, and anything else you want to add, John?
Enjoy the football.
Enjoy the football. I will try. It's been a rough couple of days. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna say too, Patriots, man, each week they just get better and better. Just wait. Just wait. Super Bowl incoming, one would even say, if you're
This
that
season,
hopeful. Maybe.
all right, we're gonna end the podcast on that delusional take right there. Just let the audience simmer on that shit take, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.